Hi guys, it's Don here, and today I'm going to do a short video on a Honda VT500 police trike. Just a little bit about the trike. I guess back in about 1973, Harley-Davidson quit making their Servi-Car. And some years later, there were police departments and other municipalities that still wanted the Servi-Car type vehicle, so Honda decided to make some Servi-Cars. They got Kosman, K-O-S-M-A-N, I guess is the name of the company, to make some of these vehicles with the trunk in the back, trikes, three-wheel vehicles. And they, according to the research and the previous owner, made 100 of these to deliver to various municipalities that still wanted them. Out of those 100, there's probably only about 25 left in existence, and this one is certainly a prime example. It's 1986 Honda VT500 that has been, as I said, modified to the Servi-Car type vehicle by Kosman, and then delivered to these various municipalities that wanted it. It's kind of an interesting vehicle. I'll get into some of it in a few minutes here, but obviously it's got the trunk back there and three wheels, which gives it some additional stability over a two-wheel. It's got reverse. This lever right here is the reverse gear, and it's got, let's see, what else have we got here? Horn on the front, the lights. I guess these were maybe at one time blue. I believe it had a siren at one time. All of the police stuff has been taken off of it. It's got the usual motorcycle type gearing. This has got 6 speeds, 1 down, 5 up, including the overdrive. It's got a stabilizer bar here that helps in the shaking of the wheel if you hit a bump. And it's got this is an emergency brake, so if you get off the bike, you want to keep it still running in neutral, you can just push it down, she'll stay stable. Let's see what else we got. Highway bars here on this one, and it's got front disc brakes, and I don't know what the rear are, but it's supposed to be a Ford rear end, and you can see the larger tires in the rear here. What else you got? It's drive shaft, instead of a belt or a chain, which is kind of interesting. And the usual, fuel shut off and reserve. Up here, we've got the choke, interestingly enough, here on the handlebar. And high and low beams, directional signals. This is horn, and let's see, I guess we got to turn around for that horn. Okay, speedometer, tachometer, and it's got an oil indicator light, indicator for the tail light, high beam, neutral, and overdrive indicators. And the ignition key is right there. Interestingly enough too, this is water cooled. It's got a radiator here and a fan. What else we got? Go on the other side here. And it's got the front brake here. Clutch is on the other side of the handlebar. I believe this is the filler to fill up the radiator. The brake pedal here, which handles the rear brake, and of course the one on the handlebar is for the front brake. And you know, it's got some metal here to protect the fiberglass on the front of the trunk and the back. And a couple of lights in the back. Dual exhaust, how about that, huh? And they did put on some fancy rims here somewhere along the line, which is kind of nice. And I'm not sure if that came with the original motorcycle. I kind of doubt it, but anyway, let's start her up here. And okay, what we want to do is make sure that the fuel is on the on position, obviously, and turn the ignition key on. And make sure this is on run over here, this toggle switch. And the choke would go all the way over. And just press the starter button here. Okay, it was probably warmed up a little bit, so there we go. All I did was move the choke lever back to so it wasn't choking it. I had started it earlier to get it back in the yard here a little bit. But you can hear it, it's pretty darn quiet. And sure runs good. I mean, it runs like a trike. By that I mean, it's not the usual lean into the curve deal like it is with a regular two-wheel motorcycle. You got to turn this like you do a snowmobile, for instance. You know, instead of leaning into her on the curve, you don't so much. You turn the bars just straight to the left and straight to the right. Takes a little bit of getting used to. I think I had to ride it for, maybe an hour or so before I felt comfortable even going up to 35 miles an hour. I had her up to 60 miles an hour a couple days ago, driving into town, after I got a little more familiar with it. I like it. I'm 78 years old, so I do appreciate the extra stability of a trike over a two-wheel motorcycle. That's pretty much it. I like the bike. The only thing I wish it had that it doesn't is a fuel indicator.